Okay, so this next episode we're gonna talk about Kintaro. So Kintaro, he's like a Japanese Hercules. So the origin story of Kintaro is that like when he was a little boy, he was half of an oni, which is a demon, and half human. So the mother was human, and the father was a demon. They had sex. She gave birth to Kintaro. So Kintaro has a power of strength. So he has a power of superhuman strength and superhuman ability. So he's like an Olympic athlete on steroids. He's like Superman in the Japanese version. But he doesn't fly though. He just has incredible Hulk strength, you know. And the story of Kintaro is that like it's similar to Peach Boy, but I'll talk about Peach Boy on the next few videos. But Kintaro, he's very well respected in Japanese mythologies because he represents strength, courage, integrity, and also determination. Because thing about Kintaro is that Kintaro, he turns from a little boy, a strong little boy, to fight demons, all the way into a warrior hero. So he turns to a samurai warrior that joins the samurai clan. Now when he gets into an adult, they change his name. So I forgot the name of it, but you guys can see the story in the bottom and below of where it came from. Now that part being said, so this type of tattoo, a lot of people get it as a back piece, a long sleeve, and a front piece and a leg sleeve because Kintaro can go with the koi fish, which is the origin story, is because Kintaro is fighting the monster koi fish. So a koi fish challenged Kintaro like, hey, you can't swim faster than me, you can't hold me, I'm a monster koi fish. Kintaro was like, oh yeah, let's see about that. And then he got into the water, he caught the koi fish, and he bring it out. Also, Kintaro is another story. There's like various stories for Kintaro, but this one, as you see over here, you can get these images as tattoos because they're all stories. Every Japanese character has a story behind it with the background. That part being said, Kintaro, he's playing a flute to lure in the animals, and the animals are watching Kintaro fight a bear. So he's fighting a bear as well. So a bear says to Kintaro, hey, you're not strong enough to defeat me and my foxes. Kintaro was like, oh yeah, let's see about that. And then he defeats the bear. And then Kintaro fights a sumo wrestler. Sumo wrestler's like, Kintaro, you're not strong enough to beat me, you're just a little boy. Kintaro was like, oh yeah, let's see about that. Boom, he slams the sumo wrestler. Then you have three samurais on horseback came to Kintaro and his animals. The animals followed him after he defeated the bear, and the bear came as well. And the samurai was like, you can't defeat me, you're just a little boy. Like my sword will slice you like butter. Kintaro was like, oh yeah, let's see about that. Boom, defeats the samurais. The samurais is like, oh my god, when this boy grows up, he needs to be a part of us. Now the next segment is when he fights an oni. So the main purpose of him doing all that is to fight this one oni, which his father was a part of. So his father's long gone, but like one of the onis like was attacking the villagers, and Kintaro was like, wait, that's not right, you're attacking the villagers. And he came to the villagers and he rescued the villagers, he fought off the oni, and the oni was like, you're just a little boy, ha 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 ha. Of course Kintaro says, oh yeah, let's see about that. Boom, defeats he defeats the onis. So now you see why he's very respected in Japanese society and mythology, especially with a lot of yakuza hyper masculine dudes. A lot of sumo wrestlers admire him as well, because he's determination. Like, people try to discourage him so much, but he kept being so stubborn to the point that he overcome his obstacles. So he's definitely a great tattoo to get, especially if you're a bodybuilder. If you're a person who's a bodybuilder that goes to the gym, that likes to get their muscles pumped, that's determined to work hard and play hard, Kintaro is definitely a characteristic for you. He's definitely a characteristic that emphasize your personality type. Usually men can get it, but women can get it too. But it's usually a masculine character, so it's usually for men, usually, traditionally speaking. Now, as you see, my Kintaro is always as a back piece, a leg piece or a back piece, because Kintaro, his portraits and his pictures, his ukiyo-e prints is always big, so it's not like a small piece. If you want a little small piece to be cute, you can just have his face and his like little dots in the head. But majority of Kintaro is koi fish, bears, the tiger. He wrestled the tiger as well. The snake, he wrestled the snake, and he wrestled the samurai and wrestled the sumo wrestler. So there's different varieties of pictures you can get as a tattoo for Kintaro. So but he's definitely a great tattoo to get. So he's definitely a big piece that kind of needs to be on the back piece, or a sleeve, or a leg sleeve, or a front piece, in this case. So yeah, so therefore, you know what Kintaro is. Kintaro, he's a Japanese Hercules, and as he's a Japanese Hercules, you will see how his colors are. Now, when you gotta color him, he's always red. He's red, or he's near pale white. So the pale white Kintaro version is when he's an adult. The red version of Kintaro is when he was a boy. He's like a little child. He's like, what, 13 years old? 10 years old? Some Japanese stories he's 10, some of them he's 13. But when he becomes an adult, his skin turns white. So he turns white, his hair gets longer, he carries a sword. But he still has his strength like the Incredible Hulk. So maybe the Incredible Hulk got inspiration from Kintaro. Maybe a lot of superheroes in the West got inspiration from Kintaro. Because Kintaro, he's the emphasis of bodybuilding. Like, a lot of Japanese bodybuilders get inspired by his story to become the best bodybuilder as well. So, because he emphasizes strength. So, he is the strong guy. So, like, superhuman strength. So, as you see over here, you can get him as an arm sleeve, a back piece, front piece, a leg sleeve, and you give him as a small little head tattoo piece. But whatever you want to do, that's on you. But I will say this. He does come with characters behind him, though. So the background you can get with Kintaro is wind, water, underwater, maple leaves, and cherry blossoms. That is the protocol of Kintaro. But what's with other characters with Kintaro is the bear, the snake, the lion, the samurai, the koi fish, and the tiger, and the rabbit, and the deer, and also him playing a flute, and him also banging a drum, and him also carrying a boulder. So, like, this video is giving you the different types of variety of pictures of what Kintaro is. So make sure you get exactly as that. So this is according to tradition, it's according to the story, and this has been the Kintaro episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, subscribing, sharing, and liking my nautical content, Japanese tattoos, sea shanties, and my sailing videos. I'm gonna get back to sailing in a minute. It's just that I need a little finance to finance my sailing lessons. And thank you guys for watching.